Hello, everybody. Naughty Nana Does. How are you today? And how are you after that debate last night? How'd you find it? Found it kind of boring, really. A little lackluster, to say the least. There's a couple really good moments in there, and we'll go over those in a minute. But first, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. And if you like your family and friends, consider sharing this with them. And also, could you hit the subscribe button? You're already here. I mean, just, right? And it helps improve the algorithm, and I can't do that without you. I need to spread this more further and wider. How's that? Something like my arse. But anyway, let's get into this debate, shall we? Okay, so except for a couple big shine out moments there, the big one for me was between Nikki Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy. Those two. Whew. He got her so pissed off when he was talking about Isreal and Ukraine. I thought she was going to eat the face off him. I really did. He wants to scale back on funding for Israel. But, I kind of agree to a certain extent. Israel's an ally to Canada as well. So you need your allies. But as long as Netanyahu's up on a bunch of charges, Trump is too, but Netanyahu's up on bribery charges, taking bribes, fraud, and breach of trust. That's what he's charged with. So until those get settled, I'd be hemming and hawing a bit myself. Plus those last couple of elections, I don't know, man. These right-wingers. So anyway, Haley went straight for the jugular vein. She about ate his face off. She said he wants to hand Ukraine to Russia, and he does. He wants to let China eat Taiwan. And he wants to go and stop funding to Israel. Now, Vivek says no, he doesn't want to stop, but he just wants to give them a hand up so when they can get on their own 2 feet and they won't need American money anymore. It's not how that works. So he wants to stop funding totally. So that's not what you do to friends. You have the backs of your friends. You want to go and defund Israel. You have no foreign policy experience whatsoever, and it shows. That was pretty awesome. And then I expected Christie to lose his mind on that stage, but he got a few good points in. I expected him to be more animated and stuff, but he did attack Trump, where the other ones wouldn't come outright and attack him. Nikki Haley said something about the Biden administration has spent a lot of money, but Trump spent twice as much or whatever. So she said, it's not all on Biden. Trump did that. So she got a little bit of a backbone last night. I don't know where she stole it from, but anyway. But I expected Christie to go hard, but he didn't. There was one thing that he was talking about when asked whether he said, with Trump's charges and stuff like that, he said, whether you agree with the charges or you don't. We have laws in this land. And he broke them. He needs to answer to them. Now, you may not agree with him, and that's okay. He said, but he's not fit for the office of president. It wasn't the first time either, but he got in there. But Tim Scott, this guy, oh my God, I don't know if it's his Christian upbringing or what it is, but that fella, oh my God, he was going on about late-term abortions last night. A couple of them were. Late-term abortions, it's a Q theory that the Democrats want abortion up to including the time of birth. Well, there's only 3% late-term abortions, and it's usually due to the fact that either the mother's dying or the fetus is already passed. That's late-term abortions. But Tim Scott says that Democrats are doing abortions after birth. That's called murder, Tim. That's what that is. That is infanticide. That's what that is. You crazy? Oh, man. Oh, God, it just so frustrates me so much. And when asked if they would support Trump, raise your hand if Trump is the top of the ticket. Will you support him? I think Tim Scott was one of the first one with his hands up in the air. And then Borg, whatever the hell his name is, from the Northwest there, he put his hand up everywhere down the line. And you see Pence sort of doing this. And even DeSantis was sitting there going, after everybody's hand went up, yeah. So 6 out of the 8 put their hands up. Only Asa Hutchinson and Christie did not. Now, they all had to get on that stage. They had to sign a loyalty pledge. And the two of them broke the pledge on the stage because they wouldn't put their hand up saying they'd support Donald Trump. But anyway, that's how that went last night. Now, if they signed this loyalty pledge, you know who didn't sign it? The other candidate, the Mango Moose Knuckle. He refused to sign it because he said there was nobody on the stage he'd vote for and want in there anyway. That's why they're up there, because they don't want him. Same rules apply, I'd say. Now, the best thing happened last night after the debate. Maggoty Trader and Venmo boy Matt Gaetz and a couple other, I don't know who else was with them, but there was a few of them. And they decided they were going to go storming through the back at the studio there and get into the spin room with all the media folks in the little scrum after the debate there. Everybody's getting their turn there, talking to all the different people. Now, they were denied access to the media room. She said she was attending on behalf of Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump didn't turn up on behalf of anybody, so they had no right to be there. But Fox blocked her and Matt Gaetz and whoever else was with him from entering the spin room, like physically blocked them, wouldn't let them in. Now, she's so pissed that her and her old boy toy there, they were booted. They said that they were acting as the Mango Moose Knuckles, what was it, surrogates. But seeing as he refused to show up and his surrogates had no business there, they had to leave because they didn't. It was only the candidates and their aide. That was the only people that were allowed back there, nobody else. And Donald Trump's aides wouldn't be any of those. I'm just saying. So yeah, sorry, Maggoty. Only those that cared about debating were allowed to go and get access. You could have watched the debate in the arena if you wanted to, but that was as far as you were going to get. But of course, you knew that a day or so before the debates even started when the emails went out, that it was only going to be the candidate and the aide. So you just went there to stir up shit, that's all. And when Fox said no, what did you do? Oh, they canceled me. They canceled me. They didn't cancel you. The rules went for everybody. So I think $785 million that Fox had to pay out, maybe they're smartening up a bit, not taking your bullshit anymore. Just saying. But anyway, you weren't allowed in. Either was your little bunch of surrogates, you and Venmo boy there. Plus, didn't you have your boyfriend on that trip too? Just saying. You know, drag queen there? I don't know. So anyway, you couldn't get in. You didn't obey the laws. Suck it, you scarecrow. Mwah. Naughty Nana loves you. Be good, be safe, be good to you first. Subscribe.